welcome to this morning's Qigong Flow here at the Lighthouse. So happy to have you in the room here in my home studio. So let's begin. We've got an hour, which I'm so excited about, but time flies. So take a stance, bring your feet a little bit wider than the width of your hips. Soften in your knees, soften in your pelvic bone, soften in your shoulders, let your tongue soften and spread, and then place your hands at your low belly and begin breathing into your belly. Begin breathing into your instinctual foundation, coming into the freshness and the power of this new day that we have together. So the F word that I'm going to be throwing around in this morning's practice is flow. So just begin right here by tuning into the feeling of your breath flowing into your belly, not just your lungs, but deep down into the belly. Maybe you want to start pulsing a little bit in the knees. So the state of flow, the idea of flow really became popularized in sort of the mid-2000s by Csikszentmihalyi when he published his book, Flow. And so flow, the state of flow for us as practitioners, is kind of found at the intersection of our comfort zone and our edge. And so that's what we always want to be inside of when we're in the physical practice, at the intersection of our comfort zone and our edge. So take these next 3 to 5 breaths to really empty out your cup. If you keep pouring water into an already full teacup, it's just going to make a mess. So we want, as learners, as practitioners, we want to empty the cup regularly so we can pour new insight, new inspiration, new impetus for opportunity and evolution and possibility to move toward us, an impulse through us, and express its way out of us, right? So we're going to use today's practice, the flow of it, to kind of cultivate a Mojo makeover. There's a lot of things that have been distracting us, that have been causing us to feel like our thought forms are in lockdown. Of course, we've had the polar vortex that we've been under the thumb of, and then of course the pandemic, and then all of the implications emotionally and energetically. So let every small move and every large move in today's flow help you to get in deeper rapport, in direct conversation, and in the dance with the flow of your mojo, okay? So, for myself, when I think about being, a person who's making over her mojo, what does that require for me? Well, it requires being a kind of blueprint technician. Don't forget to stay breathing into your belly, so that when we emerge from the womb of winter, and when we emerge from the chrysalis of COVID, which we're beginning to see signs of that coming towards us, when we emerge from this chrysalis, what kinds of transfigurations, what kind of transformations, what kind of transmutations do we want to have put in effect from the inside out? Let this next breath be a wholehearted breath of joy. Bring your hands now, please, alongside the body. We're just going to start warming up the body here. So watch, this is the choreography of the first flow. I'm going to take the arms up at the width of the shoulders. I've got a little bit of a bend in my knees. My buttock bones are relaxing down into the space between my upper thighs. So the arms are going to go up, and then I'm going to swing them down. And then they'll go out in a big circle, and in a big circle, and then up with crossed forearms. So join me now. Up at the width of the shoulders, out in a big circle, in a big circle, and then up with crossed forearms. And now include the whole community of your spine as you're in this choreography. So up at the width of the shoulders, out in a big circle, in a big circle, up with crossed forearms. Up, out, in, and cross. Feel the balls of your feet as you're in this for the next couple of circuits. Feel how Qi is rising up from the balls of the feet and how it's radiating out from your pelvic girdle. Out, in, and up with crossed forearms. Up at the width of the shoulders, out in a big circle, in a big circle, and up with crossed forearms. Once without me wagging my tongue. And once more, because this is such a good marma opener. This is opening up the crossroads of flow. The marmas are the crossroads. And there's heaps of them in our anatomy. Go ahead and just take a moment to digest that. So we've just taken a moment through that to open up the crossroads, the intersection places where our comfort zones and our edges meet. Okay, so keep your legs as they are. You're going to open on the in-breath and lift up on the toes if you can. And then cross the arms in front of the body, and with cupped hands, slap yourself on the shoulders lovingly. Okay, so inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Still, see if you can cultivate a continuity with your belly breathing as you're just doing these simple warm-up exercises. It's important to warm up when we practice first thing in the morning. Remember, try not to think. Thinking is just going to cultivate resistance. And we want to drop into our physiology and open up as much space as we possibly can when we practice. We want to create pathways for all of the raw emotions that we as humans tend to feel, and we're feeling lots of them now in this crazy historic time. We want to create pathways for those raw emotions to find purpose and transformation. Once more on each side. Good. And then we're going to take the arms up, clap the hands, weave the fingers, rotate the palms to face the sky, climb the ladder of the spine, and then fold. Inhale, come up. 1, 2, 3, clap. Weave the fingers, press the palms, climb the spine, and then fold. Inhale, come up. 1, 2, 3, clap, weave, rotate the palms of the hands to face the sky. Feel the balls of the feet rooting into the center of our planet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, clap. Weave the fingers, rotate the palms to face the sky. And then exhale, fold. Beautiful. And then come up, bring your hands back, please, to the lower dantian. So if we don't create pathways for the raw emotions to move through us and out of us, those emotions will almost always become a kind of corrosive bitterness. So by accessing the flow, we find liberation from all of that. Inhale deeply, fully, freely, absolutely into the ball of your belly. So I just want to briefly, before we go into our trigram flow, I want to tap back into the immunity form that we've been doing off and on. I recognize that we as a community here, this group, we haven't done Qigong together in some time. So quick refresher, watch here. I'm going to cross my arms in front of my lower and middle dantian, and then I'm going to open up. And then I'm going to cross, and then open the other way. So you can do this form as I'm demonstrating with the inner lines of the feet parallel and all 10 toes pointing forward. Otherwise, you can take a little bit of a deeper stance, heels in and toes out. Same articulation in the upper body, crossing and opening. Crossing and opening. So join me, please. Remember, just to reiterate what I was speaking to in last night's work, the power of homeopathy. If you can only take a small taste of it, take that taste fully, right? Small time, many time. We love that. So, cross the left hand on top of the right hand, and then bring the left hand up and tuck the right elbow in alongside your ribs. drop the head back, spread the shoulders, elongate and expand through the spine. Exhale. Left hand on top, and now bring the right hand on top. Tuck the left elbow in alongside the ribs, right hand up, drop the head, lift the spine, and then oscillate back and forth, in and out through this. Letting all of the emotions in your body dynamize. Emotion is energy in motion. It's energy in motion. So emotion is either going to find its dynamism and make its way towards the ultimate destination, which is loving awareness, or the emotion can become commotion, right? So here we are, we're dropping into our physiology, we're creating openings, we're working as blueprint technicians, all the while the strategic nuances of what's going on in the anatomy is helping to awaken and stabilize and activate your immune system. So once more, on this side, emptying the cup. Tune into how you're breathing. I'm talking a lot up here, which means that you don't hear me breathing. Make sure you can hear yourself breathing. So in that spirit of emptying the cup, I'm going to turn to the side. You've certainly done this. This is taking the trash out. So up and then down. This would be our first krama, the first iteration. Arms up and then down. And you can just keep your head and your neck stabilized. Otherwise, up and then down. Up and then down. Or up with a little bit of a back bend, not from the low back and kidney region, but from the area right behind the heart. So it's a micro back bend. And then take the trash out. Empty the cup. Inhale, exhale. Use some sound as you exhale. Okay, let's do this together for a few moments. Okay, Mojo Makeover. Get all the stickiness, get everything that's unresolved, get all the raw emotions out of your body. Keep it going even when I stop and talk. You are getting the issues out of your tissues. What a beautiful opportunity. What a lovely way to start the day. 3 more. Inhale. Inhale. And inhale. Beautiful. All right. So coming into the wave, bring the hands alongside the thighs. And again, pull energy up from the balls of the feet. Pull the chi, a rich, exquisitely alive iteration of chi coming up through the legs and then radiating out through the pelvis. Okay, so just let this be the whole of your focus. Part of being able to tap into the flow is relearning how to focus. Stepping out of the white water of, the chat ping and the social media notifications and the constant attempts of the outer world, the world of 10,000 things, always trying to distract us. Focus just on this fluid movement in your cerebrospinal fluid. Focus on the flow of the breath. And let it be a kind of cellular regeneration that is allowing you to accumulate spirit in your body. All of the distractions de-spirit us. So you're re-spiriting at a cellular level. Here we go, 3 and 2 and 1. Really good. All right, I'm going to take a little bit wider stance. Again, you have 2 choices for the stance as I'm demonstrating here. Inner lines of the feet are parallel, all 10 toes pointing north. Otherwise, heels in and toes out. So this is dragon, whips its tail. So we're dantian. So we're consolidating and accumulating energy here in the lower dantian, and then in the middle dantian, and then in the upper dantian. We want all three of these to be vibrantly alive. Again, a cellular regeneration. So you're gonna go forward, just watch for a second, and then rotate the palms to face the sky, and then pull it through. So forward, and then through. And then we'll do the same thing at the level of the middle dantian, your heart center. And then we'll do it at the brow center. So watch here just quickly. As I'm doing the dragon whips its tail, look at what's happening. I'm holding on to. There's a continuity in the cultivation of the wave, which we were just doing. Okay, so let's try this. I hope you're feeling good. Take the arms forward at the lower dantian. Really feel how you're moving so much life energy through your fingers too. Take the palms up, pull it through, wave through the spine. Forward, and then through. Let's do one more. Forward, palms up, pull it through. Take the arms forward at the level of the heart. Collapse the spine, palms up, pull it through. Whip your dragon tail. Forward and through. Oh, open the heart, how beautiful. Do you feel that? And then forward and through. And then at the level of the upper dantian, here at your brow center, forward, rotate the palms, activate, energize through the fingertips, all 10 of them, 2. Pull it through, whip your tail, and then last one. Good. Bring your hands to your lower dantian. So one of the things that I love so much about the spirit of that particular form is the way that it helps us to show up with an energy of playfulness. An energy of playfulness. All right, so watch here. I was just talking about emptying the cup, right? And if we're going to grow, if we're going to receive new insight and opportunity, we have to regularly, and in my views, we have to daily empty out. So this is serving teacups. I'd like for you to watch here first. Again, you have two choices for almost all of these forms today as we work through all of the organs and the trigram of our core here. You can either be like so, or you can be like so. So before I actually do the demonstration, I just want to alight upon how these next few forms are absolutely remarkable for entering the bamboo rejuvenative nature of your spinal column, okay? The bamboo, which is so elegant and so in harmony with the wind. And in this case, your spine is in harmony with the breeze of your breath, which is flowing in an unobstructed way through your body, your mind, and your spirit. Again, we're moving away from everything that causes us to feel distracted or de-spirited and slipping into the river of flow. Okay, so you're kind of chain linking the chi. There's a continuity. There isn't a visible, notable beginning and end to these forms. So I'm going to silently show you the serving teacups, and then I'll talk us through it. Okay, and I'm going to do the full form with a big squat. So that's it. I demonstrated on each side. So when you do these forms in the morning, recognize that you've just been sleeping, hopefully, for a bunch of hours. So I tend to have a higher and brighter stance, regardless of whether or not I'm here or here. I have a higher and brighter stance in the morning hours than I do if I'm doing a late afternoon or evening physical practice. So as to take care of all of the connective tissues and to take care of the joints, right? Because this work, this work of Qigong, which is the art of energy. It is such a science of life. Its every aim is upon longevity. So we're doing our part by making sure that we're in the morning stance. So find your stance either here or here, and then let's take the left arm back and serve a cup. And take the right arm behind the body and draw it forward and serve a cup. And now take the right arm, wind it back as you hinge forward through the vessel girdle of your belly. And now reach the right arm all the way around. Ah, so lovely. The left hand is still plugged in to the instinctual foundation of the core here. Good. Now take the left arm forward. And then the right arm forward. And then take it back. And all the way around. Beautiful. Left arm forward. And right arm forward. Reach it back. And then all the way around. Left arm forward. Right arm forward. Right arm back. And all the way around. Good. Once more on this side. Left arm forward. Right arm forward. Reach the right arm back. And take it all the way around. Bring your hands back to your lower dantian. Straighten the legs for a moment. Belly breathing. Feel how all of the raw emotions of being alive as a human being in this time are finding their purpose, they're finding their pathways, and how all of your energy is expressing itself versus repressing itself. Let your energy express itself. So we're eliminating that distance between ourselves and our essential easefulness. All right, so right arm forward, and then left arm forward, and left arm back, and then take the left arm all the way around. Good. Right arm forward, left arm forward, left arm back, and all the way around. Right arm forward, serve a teacup. Left arm forward, serve a teacup. Left arm back, and all the way. Right, left, left arm back, swing it around. Right, and left, left arm back, and all the way around. Once more, right, and left, left arm back, and all the way around. Good. Got a little grumbling dachshund in the music room over there. We're just gonna hope that she doesn't go off into a full tilt barking boogie, which sometimes happens during class. So take a moment to metabolize what just happened and feel, is your body warm? Hopefully you're feeling really ignited, fully alive, bright-eyed, open-hearted. Inhale, breathe, and take a moment to honor and acknowledge and tune into what we call Agni, which is that all-knowing force that we as practitioners can tap to accelerate our transformation. That's what you do every time you practice, is you're accelerating your transformation. Yeah, you're cultivating the flow. Yeah, you're emptying your cup. You're participating in your very particular, unique Mojo makeover. But you are, above all else, accelerating. Thank goodness. Accelerating your transformation. Inhale huge into the Agni, which is right here in the center of the blueprint of your body. All right, so again, two stances, two choices for the stance, either here or here. So working with spiral palm, have a look, just watch here for a second. So I'm gonna take one arm up, and then another arm up, and then I'm gonna take that arm back and come through. So what I really want you to get, just look at where my Agni is, where my inner fire is here. So I'm going through all of these collapsing and rearranging, kind of churning. I'm flipping the compost pile of where the organs are living. So you want to really get into as much of this kind of stuff as you possibly can as the arms are coiling around in space. So just watch one more time. I'm going to reach, and then reach, and reach, and pull it back through. Reach, 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 and pull it back through. Do you see what my neck is doing? I'm surrendering. I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting my body. I'm befriending my breath, thereby accessing the flow. So we want to surrender the neck when it feels called to do so in a gentle, compassionate, appropriate way. And then we also want to get into all of this omnidirectional playfulness in the ball of the belly. We want to liberate this magnet because so much of our stress gets stored here. Then it starts, to become belly fat. Then it starts to become dis-ease. And then the next thing we know, it's a disease, right? So we want to really take the trash out and empty the cup. So left hand to the right, and then right hand to the left, and right hand up and back. So pause here for a moment. Just love this moment. This is beautiful. Left hand is kind of pressing to the earth. Right hand is reaching into the wild unknown behind the body. And then I'm gonna surrender the neck and scoop it through. Right hand to the left, and then left hand to the right, and then left hand up and back. I'm pausing here for a moment, and then I'm going to pull some of that unknown forward. Left hand to the right, right hand to the left, right hand up and back, and thread it through. Pull it through the keyhole. Right hand to the left, left hand to the right, left hand up and back, and then bring the left hand forward. Right hand to the left. Feeding the Agni in the center of your body. And then right hand back. Thread it through. Right hand to the left. Left hand to the right. Left hand up and back. And bring it through. Left hand to the right. Right hand to the left. Right hand up and back. Remember, your dance with flow is found in the intersection where your comfort zone is rubbing up against your edge. So ask yourself maybe, where am I playing it small? Where might I bust out, escape the cage of my familiarities? Our nervous system will do a whole lot to protect that status quo so that we can stay in what is known and what is familiar and what feels quote unquote safe. So now let's just take it a little bit faster. Right to the left, left to the right, left arm back. Isn't it beautiful? Too much circumambulation through the arms to be thinking in this one, right? So let this be the last one. Good, and then bring the hands to the lower dantian and step the feet back together. So you want to feel, juicy and blissful and alive, but you also want to experience evidence that you're getting triggered a little bit when you practice. That's what I'm talking about when I say that we're working in the intersectionality of our comfort zone and our edge. When we know that we're getting triggered physically and psychologically, a little bit at least, that's a sign that we're on point. If the old zip drive of triggers is like, whew, showing itself. That's a good sign. All right. So this is rabbit spring. So this is a really beautiful medicinal form. So we're going to work with the whole trigram of the belly. So I'd like you to just visualize with me that you've got, a clock of hours right here. So we're going to create chi knives 12 times and have a set of 3 at each hour. So the chi knives are created by bringing the thumb to the end point of all of the other 4 fingers on both hands, and then you'll insert the chi knife at 12, at 1, 2, 3, and so forth, all the way around the clock, and I'll call all those articulations. So rabbit springs, watch, it's very similar to taking the trash out. I'm going to take the arms back, and then I'm going to create the chi knives, and I'm going to insert both of them with the backs of the fingers together. In this case, I'm starting right up here, just below my sternum. So I'm in the soft tissue. Again, we're getting the issues out of the tissues. Inserting the chi knives into 12. And then this is where, the thought resistance will most likely arrive, because I am going to ask you to stick your tongue out. So I'm inhaling, and then I'm exhaling. And there's that wave again. So I've inserted the chi knives, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so notice that I'm pulling chi up from the balls of the feet. I'm letting it radiate out from the pelvis, and I'm not stopping there. I'm bringing it all the way up through the line of the spine and letting it express itself through the neck so it doesn't get stuck here as a repression, right? Letting our energy and our emotion express itself. So join me. Again, same 2 choices for the stance and the legs. So inner lines of the feet parallel, all 10 toes pointing forward. Our heels in and toes out. Take the arms up and back. Inhale, really pull the life energy into your body, my friends. And then create the chi knives. Insert the chi knives into 12 o'clock backs of the fingers together. Stick the tongue out at the completion of the out breath. And 3 waves. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, rabbit springs. Take the arms forward, up and back. Lovely. Create the chi knives. Bring the back of your fingers together. Insert the fingers into 1 o'clock. Stick the tongue out at the completion of the exhale. And 3 cycles of the waveform through the whole blueprint of the body. Inhale, arms forward, up, and slightly back. And create the chi knives, insert them at 3 o'clock. 3 waveforms, 2 and 3. Really get the hands in there. The hands at the end of your own wrists are your healing hands. You are healing yourself. This is most remarkable work you're doing for yourself. Inhale. Exhale, create the chi knives. Bring the back of the fingers together. Insert at 4 o'clock. Inhale. Exhale, 5 o'clock. Don't worry about what you look like. I'm the only one that everybody can see. Nobody can see you, right? So really get that tongue out there because it's stimulating the central nervous system. The cord on the bottom of the tongue, when it's stretched out like that, it activates and awakens the chi in the central nervous system. Arms up, we're at 6 o'clock now. 2 and 3, really get the whole vessel girdle moving as you do this. Inhale, up and back. Create the chi knives, bring the back of the fingers together, insert at 7 o'clock. Inhale. You're doing great. Create the chi knives, insert at 8 o'clock. Activating your Agni, get all the stickiness, get everything that is not you out of there. Give it a pathway for liberation. 9 o'clock, chi knives in. Inhale. Exhale, 10 o'clock. You're activating your Agni so as to recognize your own potency and power. Inhale. Exhale, create the chi knives, backs of the fingers together. Insert at 11 o'clock. We're almost done. 2, 3, inhale. Once more at 12 o'clock. Chi knives in. Oh, gosh, so good. Bring the feet back together. A million ways that this Qigong will move you and soothe you. A million ways in which it works. So take a moment, friends, to feel how that Chi knife work and the trigram of the organs of your core activated your Agni and aligned you with your potency and aligned you with your power. Aligned you with your heart, made more consciousness available. So much good happens when we lay down the fear and we meet each other here and we do this kind of transformational work together of APT, of ESI, of IP. This is such good stuff. Inhale huge, and you get to watch here. Watch. Again, 2 stance options. Inner lines of the feet together, like so. Or the larger stance. Remember, you can be high and bright, you can be in a full deep stance, and you've probably already noticed how, particularly in this set of Qigong forms, because there is so much flow, and that's really the defining feature of what I'm giving you today. All of these forms are defined by flow. Some of the forms are more static, and of course you know that we also do forms when we're seated as well, right? There's many ways to cultivate a relationship and intimacy with your Qigong. But these are all flow forms. So you probably have noticed how I instinctually let my body kind of pulse. I'm in a deep stance and squat, and then I'm in this higher and brighter version, right? So you can kind of be in all of the above. So this is called separating heaven and earth. So watch. I'm going to demonstrate without language, and then I'll talk us through. North-south. That would be very strange. On as much of a north-south track as you possibly can as you're doing this form. And then maybe you noticed that when I had completely parted heaven and earth, I was allowing for yet another neck release. This neck release business is so important because the way that our bodies respond when we go into fight or flight, which is so easy to do, It gets translated into the neck and into the shoulders, into low back, and for some of us also into the knees. Okay, so in this particular form, you're a helpmate for opening up all those places. So find your stance of choice and bring your left hand on top, please. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the left arm forward. Right hand is on top, inhale. Exhale, press the right hand down towards the left hand without making contact. So we've got this ball of chi, right? Inhale, take the right arm up. Pass it behind the right ear. And then all the way up, press the left palm to face the earth, right palm to face the sky, and then drop your left ear just a little bit towards your left hand, separating earth and sky. Inhale. Exhale, right arm is going to reach forward. Inhale. Left hand on top. Exhale, press the left palm towards the right palm. Inhale, take the left arm up, pass it along the back side of your left ear. Rotate your right palm to face the earth, left palm to face the sky, drop the right ear slightly, surrendering, trusting your body, trusting the process. Remembering the power of homeopathy, even if it means you're just doing one component of it. If you're skipping the lower body and you're just learning the arms, it's all good. It's all getting you there. Left arm, exhale, goes forward. Right hand on top, inhale. Exhale, right hand to the left hand. Inhale, right arm is going to pass up along the back side of the right ear. Showing up with all of your innocence and all of your power. Right hand to the sky, left hand to the earth, left ear to the left wrist. Inhale. Exhale, take the right arm forward. And inhale. Exhale, press the left hand towards the right hand. Maybe push the elbows out a little bit. Feel your axis. Inhale, left arm up behind the back of the left ear. Left arm up, right hand to the earth, right earlobe to the right hand. Inhale. Exhale, left arm forward. Inhale, right hand on top. Exhale, press the right hand. Inhale, right hand passing up behind the right ear. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right arm forward. Inhale, left hand on top. Exhale, press. Inhale, left hand goes up behind the ear. Exhale. Let it move you, let it soothe you, let it poke, let it prod at all of the safety spots. Good, and then bring it all home. Are you like, thank God? Because that was a serious endeavor of separating earth and sky. I'm just going to do a quick time check here. Bear with me. All right, great. We're doing fabulous. We still have plenty of time. And I hope you're feeling great. So, bring your left hand on top. Again, you have the same two choices for this stance. And we're going to go into the dragon ball. So, let's bring the left hand on top and let's bring it forward. Let's, like we were doing in last night's meditation practice, we were fanning and accumulating and packing lots of chi into the belly. So now we're bringing all the fluid power of the dragon energy, which we've been working with a lot today. We're bringing it in toward the lower dantian, the middle dantian, and then letting it rise up into the third dantian. Okay, so start really slow. Recognize yourself as you practice to be an or speed it up. Unwinding, unraveling, unlearning, undoing all of the thought patterns, all of the behavioral patterns that congest our channels of communication with ourselves, with each other, with our beautiful world. Same thing, go the other way. You are going to have a default direction, of course. One direction that's going to feel available, and then the other direction that might feel all kinds of awkward. But we love to embrace the awkward. I'm just backing up so that I'm for sure on the screen. Again, it can go really slow. Laying down the fear and meeting each other here, letting it move us, letting it soothe us in a million ways. Get into your physiology. Open up even more space, and more space, and more space. Less distance between yourself and your essential easefulness. Maybe speed it up. Beautiful. Step the feet together. Bring the hands out in front of the body in Janjuan. How beautiful, huh? And just feel how irradiated you are with the virtues of wisdom and benevolence and patience and courage and sincerity. We become endowed, we become incandescent living embodiments of these virtues when we develop a continuous relationship with the practice. Making every moment our practice. When life gets in the way of what we call practice, that's when we decide that every moment is our practice. Life's never in the way. Everything is showing up to help us transform what feels raw, to transform it, to give it purpose so it doesn't become corrosive. All right, one last passageway we're going to cultivate before I draw to a close. Let's bring our feet to the width of the hips. Just find the feeling. So we're going to take the arms forward, and I'm going to bring my right hand to the inside of my left wrist, and I'm going to kind of paint. I'm airbrushing, if you will. I'm painting the inner left arm with the fingertips of my right hand, and then I'm going to twist. And here I am, surrendering the neck again. Watch, I'm going to do it once on the other side. All together now. So bring your right fingertips as if they were a calligraphy brush, exquisitely present onto yourself in these closing moments. Brush the inner line of the left arm with the right fingertips as you lift the left arm, climbing the spine. Find the right angle here in the right arm and elbow. Twist. And now cut through the space with the blade edge of the left hand. Push the left arm forward. And take the right arm forward to join the left arm. Do you feel how you have unsubscribed from fear through the power of this work? The calligraphy brush of my left fingers are now painting the inner line of my right arm as the right arm is rising, as the left arm is articulating a right angle. Oh, and I'm elongating and extending, and I'm going to twist. And with the blade edge of the right hand, bringing it all back home. Right palm forward, left palm forward and ground. Right fingertips to the left inner wrist. Take the left arm up. Of fullness in the instinctual center of your pelvis. In the orb of energy that is your belly. Feel how you've moved an immensity of raw emotion out of the body. You've given the raw emotions pathways. You've given it purpose. You've liberated it from its longing to become corrosive or bitter inside of your mind or inside of your heart. You've fortified and clarified the life energy of your heart. You have created and done great work this morning to maintain a higher frequency. Creating and maintaining a higher frequency. Slowly lower the hands down. So beautiful. Transition. Reflect upon what happened inside of your physiology as you opened it up, as you became a friend of flow. Reflecting, integrating, grounding. Give yourself a few breaths here to ground. So much just chi into the lower dantian.